you enjoy your civil liberties? As a member of modern America, I value mine more and more as I approach the legal minimum voting age. I think our country now needs to unite as one and act to ensure we elect best possible leaders into positions in both local and national government. Like most Americans, I am on social media, and I also watch the news. So I see both arguments from both parties about why the other party's at fault with everything going on in our world. But more than anything, I see corruption. It is up to the people to nip the corruption in the bud and start to put a stop to it. The bottom line is we need less corruption in politics. However, that is up to us, the American people, to do. Corrupt politicians are trying to divide our country, and this cannot happen. Voting needs to be made mandatory. If you truly enjoy your civil liberties, we need to make a change. The voting in of public and government officials needs to be made mandatory for every U.S. citizen over the age of 18. There are far too many corrupt and self-centered politicians in our government right now. These corrupt politicians are dividing our country down the middle, and they're using it for personal gain. Just one moment, please. 2020 has been a rough year. Unexpected things have happened. However, I do believe corrupt politicians in both parties have blown things out of proportion. A good example of that is the rioting and general civil unrest right now. The fact of the matter is, bad things do happen, and bad things will happen, but the corrupt politicians that are running our nation blow these things out of proportion. Every American is affected by this in one way or another. The civil unrest cannot continue. We, the people, need to find a way to unite and put an end to these issues. I found this quote from Albert Einstein that sums up how I feel the direction our country and the state of our nation is headed in. The world will not be destroyed by those who do evil, but by those who watch them without doing anything. There is a solution to this. We need to start doing something. We can no longer not do anything. The solution is give every person a voice. Make voting mandatory. I understand some people might not be happy with candidate options, but they still need to vote with who they think is best. I plan to implement this plan by providing mail-in voting tabs if necessary to people who might have a hard time making it to the polls. As an incentive, there will also be a tax break that each person will receive after submitting a form that shows the government proof that they voted. If we pass a law making voting mandatory for every citizen of legal age, we will slowly start to, if every person truly votes with their conscience and not just in spite of other people, I believe we will start to see less corruption in politics, and I think that's what needs to happen. In conclusion, voting needs to be made mandatory to get corrupt politics out of our nation's politics. If voting is made mandatory, we will each be able to truly vote with our conscience and value liberty in its finest quality. Before it's too late, please consider making voting mandatory for every citizen over the age of 18 and offering an incentive, such as a tax break or something similar to a stimulus check, even.